I mean, what do you think it came down to in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, we were outscored 20-9 in the fourth quarter. I think it came down to rebounding. They had a lot of rebounds and just points in the paint. Overall, they had 40 points in the paint, and we had 28. So I think that's what it came down to.
And you guys held Darrington to 8 points in that entire first half. She ended up outscoring you guys in the fourth quarter alone. I mean, just what made her? You talked about points in the paint. What made her specifically hard to guard in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, she's long and athletic, and she works super hard for positioning. I mean, she's a good player. She was obviously a load for us to handle.
And lastly for me, I mean, just despite the outcome, seeing the fight that you guys had with all the injuries that you came into this game with, but also had during the game. I mean, how much confidence does that give you in terms of your team being able to fight down the stretch of the regular season, potentially making a back tournament run, even being shorthanded?
Yeah, we have a couple people out with injuries, but it's next man up, and I have all the confidence in the world in our bench and our next players. This is a tough one, but I think there's a lot to grow from, a lot of positives in this one.
How did losing Miriam in the first quarter kind of change things for you guys?
I mean, it definitely changed things. It makes you wonder if Darrington would have gotten off in the fourth quarter, but hopefully Miriam's a tough player. I'm sure she'll do everything she can to get back.
And you did stop shooting, which is obviously a positive. Coach Bobby usually says that you guys are very selfless. So how much confidence do you have in that aspect that you, the other great shooters on the team, are just going to keep letting you pick when they have free looks?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of confidence in each other. My teammates have a lot of confidence in me and vice versa. And it's just about finding the open man and hitting shooters in their pocket. Just shot selection is really important for us.
How did you feel after, I think you had the 3 attempts to potentially tie it. How did you feel just after that, seeing that you missed, knowing that you had the hot hand to be a tighter game?
Yeah, it felt really good on the release, but it just came up a little short, and then it was gotta go stop, so nothing you could do about it.
Yeah, your team was lifting you up in the huddles after that.
Yeah, for sure. A couple people came up and said, good shot.
Yeah, eager to get back and see what's going on with the medical team and see what happened there. But I'm incredibly proud of our fight. We had a lot of young players step up. We saw a lot of new faces tonight, and the future is really, really bright. I ran into a really good Central Michigan team with the leading rebounder in the league, numbers 1 and number 9 scorers in the league, and they were tremendous tonight. I thought we played really, really hard. Proud of our group.
I asked Ella this, but just wanted to get your thoughts on just what you think happened in that fourth quarter, and kind of how you, as a coach, reel this team back in, knowing that you'll be shorthanded for the time being.
I mean, we had a great third quarter. We had the right people with the ball in their hands. We had the right people taking and making shots for us, and we got to the line. That fourth quarter, we ran away from it a little bit. And credit Central, they turned up the heat, they turned up the juice, and we missed some that were in and out. But it's a game of runs, and they got the last one.
Ella's played a big role for this team and really grown into that rotational piece and starter some of the time also. But I mean, just what can you say about the way she stepped up as a leader tonight, and just what production will you need from her the rest of the season?
She's been a leader all year. It was in practice every day, in the locker room every day, at every community service event, at every team building event. She and Cadence I've just leaned on really, really hard, but especially Ella because she's a little bit more vocal than Cadence. But no, I mean, you just love seeing a young lady's hard work pay off. You love seeing a young lady get rewarded for busting her tail for 2 years with almost 0 minutes. And then when she gets a chance, she goes in and she dials it up. She had 9 rebounds on the road the other night at BG. We need her to continue to take good shots and trust that we're going to have cleanup crew if she misses. I thought she was really confrontational in the first half and got to the rim a couple times for us. But we need her to stay on the boards. That was where we missed her a little bit tonight. But that's a tough matchup.
The last thing for me, obviously this is arguably the most adversity you'll have faced throughout this whole season. But
as a head coach, period. Candidly.
Again, going back to your opening statement, I mean, seeing the fight that you guys had with, some inexperienced players on the floor, that wouldn't be in a tight game like this one. I mean, just how much confidence does that give you down the stretch, knowing that these players now have the experience of playing in a close game and just have more of an expanded role down the stretch?
Yeah, no, I mean, I tell them all the time, if you're here, it's because, I picked you, we wanted you. If you're wearing the jersey, it's because I believe in you and I trust you. And, I know that they know that. I know that their families know that. And I know that, as far as a buy-in standpoint goes, like, we have an incredible group of young women that love each other, that love Toledo. They love basketball. So I do. I have a lot of confidence in them. I have a lot of confidence in our staff to find answers and solutions. We just keep working. Like, we took over at Monmouth, I took over a 2-win team. And we had a lot of nights like tonight, getting to where we got to. And so I'm no stranger to the hard work. I'm no stranger to out-teaming the other team, and maybe we're down 3 starters and we have to go to Buffalo and find a way. We're going to find a way and do everything that we can to put those young ladies in a position to be competitive and be successful. The enemy has a say. Central had a plan too, and they had a really good one. They really neutralized Kendall Carruthers tonight. She had a hard time getting to her spots, and they were really good on pad as well. She broke free a couple of times, but a great defensive game plan by us, and we stepped up. We took better care of the basketball tonight too. I was proud of that.
We're approaching the time where you want to be playing your best basketball, but how hard is it to evaluate your team right now, knowing everything that is going wrong injury-wise?
I think we were at UMass. I mean, I think that was evidence, right, of we've struggled on the road, we've struggled with turnovers, we've struggled with, going droughts, scoreless, and we go to UMass, and it really was coming together nicely. Faith goes down. We go down to BG. We're without her in a very tough environment. Eva goes down, and then Miriam tonight. So it's the only evaluation is what's important now, and how we handle what's next. To me, is what I'm evaluating.
You mentioned this is the most diversity you face as a coach.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem like an X's and O's thing. So where do you go, or how do you evaluate yourself when you look in the mirror to get this team and where it can be despite the injuries?
Yeah, I got to make sure that I'm clearly defining the standard. Like, this is what we're doing. This is what we need every player in this room to bring this day for this game, and make sure they understand their job, make sure they understand my belief in them, make sure they understand each other's jobs. And then we go to war. But that tactical part, that's the easy part, right? We'll find a game plan. We'll be ready to rumble. But yeah, I've never had 3 starters out as a head coach, and not knowing for how long. But truly, if you flip it, like, Lizzie Puat's been working her butt off. Let's go see what she's got. Evan Carey's been in the gym. Like, let's go see what she's got. You saw our young guys today. So it's next man up, and I'm excited for their opportunity. And I love the way Faith Fudd Robinson brought energy on the bench today. She was coaching her butt off over there, loving her teammates. You see how much this team loves each other.
Faith is out for the season?
Yeah, Faith is out. She'll have surgery on March 13th.
And then you said Miriam, any update on that?
No update yet.